A tragic fire broke out late at night at a popular nightclub in Arpora, Goa, killing 25 people, including 20 staff members. Police have arrested 4 people, including the club manager. Early reports say the fire started because fireworks were set off inside the club. Some people managed to escape, but many got trapped and died. Goa's Chief Minister Pramod Sawant said a full investigation is underway and the report will come within a week. Families of the victims will get rupees 5 lakhs in compensation. The RSS has raised strong opposition against the Gangotri Highway expansion plan in Uttarakhand, warning it threatens nearly 7,000 precious deodar trees. Senior RSS leader Dr. Krishna Gopal and former Minister Murli Manohar Joshi took part in a symbolic protest, where local in Herschel tied sacred thread around the trees to prevent their cutting. The movement also gained support from spiritual leader Swami Avimukteshwaranand and journalist Rahul Kotial. Residents stressed the need to preserve the fragile Himalayan environment over new road projects. Parliament is dedicating an important 10-hour session today to commemorate the 150th anniversary of India's national song Vande Mataram. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the discussion at noon, joined by Union Ministers like Rajnath Singh and leaders from the opposition such as Priyanka Gandhi and Gaurav Gogoi. Regional parties' MPs will also contribute. The debate aims to highlight the song's historic role in India's freedom struggle and its deep emotional resonance among Indians. Air travel disruption worsened at major Indian airports for the second day in a row. More than 200 Indigo flights were cancelled by 9 a.m. Monday across Delhi, Srinagar, Hyderabad and Bengaluru, following about 650 cancellations the day before. Indigo stated it managed to operate around 1650 out of 2300 scheduled flights daily. Stranded passengers complained about delays, cancellations without prior notice and poor communication. There is no clear timeline for resolution yet, but authorities expect gradual improvement soon. Voter registration faces a major hurdle as Tamil Nadu report nearly 84 lakhs pending forms in the special intensive revision process, and West Bengal has over 54 lakhs yet to submit theirs. Officials warned that if citizens fail to submit forms by the December 11 deadline, many could lose their names in the voter list before upcoming elections. Authorities urge residents to complete their applications immediately to protect their voting rights and ensure participation in the democratic process. Tensions erupted once again along the Thailand-Cambodia border as Thailand launched airstrike targeting Cambodian military camps early Monday. This attack comes month after a peace agreement broke with the help of the US President Donald Trump. Previous clashes have lasted 5 days, causing over 30 deaths and displacing thousands of people. The fresh violence has raised concern about the fragile ceasefire and the potential restart of a violent conflict despite recent diplomatic efforts. India and Russia have agreed to fast-track the Chennai-Vladivostok Eastern Corridor project, creating a sea route about 5,700 km shorter than the current path. This new 10,370 km route will reduce shipping time from India to Russia from 40 days to just 24. The initiative discussed during President Vladimir Putin's visit to India promises to enhance bilateral trade, cut cost and improve supply chain efficiency, significantly benefiting industries on both sides. Pakistan's Foreign Office condemned Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar's recent remarks blaming the Pakistan Army for many of India's problems. Islamabad called the comment provocative and unnecessary, warning they increase regional tensions. India has not officially responded. The statement sparked intense discussion on social media, with experts urging both countries to avoid inflammatory language and focus on dialogue to maintain peace and stability in the region. Stock market opened weak on Monday as aviation trouble hit investors' confidence. The Sensex fell 300 points to 85,400, while the Nifty also slipped 130 points. Traders say the ongoing crisis at Indigo, where hundreds of flights were cancelled, created panic among investors. Indigo's stock dropped nearly 7% in early trade, making it one of the biggest losers of the day. Banking, travel and aviation-related shares also faced heavy selling. Market experts say stability will return only after the airline resolves its operational issues and updates investors. India delivered a strong performance at the ISSF World Cup final, winning 3 medals on an impressive day for the shooting team. Simranpreet Kaur grabbed the spotlight by winning the gold medal in the 25-meter pistol event after a dominant final round. Aishwarya Pratap Singh Tomar added to India's success by securing a silver medal in the rifle category, showing great consistency and calm under pressure. Another Indian shooter also brought home a medal, taking the country's tally to 3. The results have boosted India's confidence ahead of upcoming international tournaments. North India continued to face strong cold winds. Minimum temperatures between 3 to 7 degrees Celsius were recorded in Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. The Indian Meteorological Department issued a cold wave alert for many parts of MP. In Bhopal, temperatures have been falling for the last 3 days and touched 7 degrees Celsius on Sunday. 17 cities reported temperatures below 10 degrees Celsius. Gwalior, Chambal, Ujjain and Sagar division are the worst affected. Local residents complain of icy winds and foggy morning, while authorities advise people to avoid travel during early hours. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more updates next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.